Yeah.
So how
That's
this
fine.
became for you to become a trainer concerning emotional intelligence?
Well, it started back in 2012. I was a student at that time, and I was, attending a seminar
Uh-huh.
in university. And one speaker came and he talked about mindset, three kind of mindset. One is poor mindset, one is achiever mindset, then the other one is survival mindset. So that's where I got the idea of mindset and how mind works and everything. Then I started reading books and watching some more lectures on this topic. And then in 2017 it happened when I attended another seminar on emotional intelligence specifically. In that seminar the speaker really explained it well. At that time, first time I understood. I was hearing about this topic before that 2017, but I couldn't understand it very well. But that day in 2017 he explained, he gave us an activity. And while we were doing some activity, there were a lot of participants were there, and I think 25, 30 participants. So he gave us very boring activity, and we were feeling very bored. And then
Yes.
what happened? Then after that he debriefed. He said, "You are feeling bored, and you know how to do the activity, but you are feeling bored." So he said, "Your feelings have an influence on your IQ. You know how to do the task, but you are not in the situation because you are under your feelings." It
Yes.
happens when when I get up early in the morning, I don't feel like to do work. It means the feelings have influence on my body and on my thinking and on everything. So this is where it started in 2017. I understood that idea of emotional intelligence first time, and he gave the very beautiful line on emotional intelligence, the quotation. It's like IQ dies. IQ dies if feelings are not involved. If emotions are not involved, IQ dies. And it happens. If my emotions are not involved in my work, my IQ won't work. IQ means I know how to do the task. I know how to play the cricket. I know how to write a letter. But if my emotions are not involved, it means my IQ won't work. So both have to work together in order to get the best result. So this is where it started. Before that, I was doing different sessions on different topics. And since 2017, emotional intelligence has become my favorite. And now, I'm giving talks on it, and I write on this topic. I give one-to-one coaching on this topic. Uh, I have, done some certifications as well. So everything I can share the model. Everything I know about is now for last 4 years. The emotional intelligence is everywhere in my house, in my life, and everything.
Thank you so much, Sabahuddin, for sharing all this beautiful journey, career and life journey, of course, parallel, because emotional intelligence you cannot separate. It is like a spiritual journey for me, and I totally confirm. Dear friends, welcome to Body Language and Travel Show, a show that wants you to be and to feel happy, wants you to discover your own inner strengths, your own inner power, and to start to build trust with your own body, with your own body language, in order to be more charismatic, to be more powerful, and also to be adaptable in any audience, in any communication, in any circumstances. Today with us, we are having our special guest is an emotional intelligence coach and trainer, Mr. Sabahuddin Waqar. With Sabahuddin, we are going to try to discuss and to see, is there any connection between personal development and emotional intelligence? So Sabahuddin, welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's been an honor for me to be invited by you in this show. I have seen your a lot of topics you have delivered with the audience, and with the guest speakers you have introduced. Those were very helpful and very knowledgeable. So thank you very much for inviting me. And your question is connection between the personal development and
Yes.
emotional intelligence.
Focus and to make people to understand with simple words how can emotional intelligence help them to their personal development. Slowly, slowly, I hope that today we're going to reveal this mystical about emotional intelligence. We're all here for you to learn from you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Roxani, what happens? I'm sorry. What happens? My body is talking to me every time. All the time it's talking to me through some signals. And what are those signals? It's like we have heard about that self-talk. It's thinking. My body is giving me some thinking statements, and then I read the statement and I do some tasks, right? So my body is giving me some signals through thinking, and that signals from thinking convert into emotions, feelings. So if I'm feeling good, for example, I want to do some task. I have a task A. Plus, there will always be my feeling on the second part, equals to result. Task A means I want to write a book, right? And plus, how am I feeling? If I'm frustrated, what will be the result? Will it be 100% or not? So if I see I want to write a book, you have heard a lot of people, they want to write a book, they want to go abroad, they want to do a lot of things, but their feelings are not involved in it. So that the results is always beyond less than 50%. Always the result is less than 50%. If I am feeling motivated about something, my task is there, I want to write a book, I feel motivated, equals to the result would be 100%, right? I am writing a sad novel, right? So my task is writing a sad novel. So my feeling must be sad. Then there will be 100% result of the sad novel, right?
I see. Yes.
So so my feelings is there, always there, if I want to do any task. So in personal development means emotional intelligence, I want to read my signals inside from through the feelings, how to read those signals, what my inside. 95% my mind has an autopilot. My mind is on autopilot 95%. 5% it's conscious, right? So 95% I'm getting the data from my mind through emotions. If I'm sitting down and I'm worried about something, but I don't know what I'm worried about. I have a presentation tomorrow, but I'm worried. My friend asked me, what happened? You have a presentation? Have you prepared your presentation? So my reply would be like, oh yeah, I'm preparing, but I'm really worried about it. I don't know what to do. So underneath this worriness, there are a lot of emotions. The emotions could be the fear, going in front of the audience, right? The emotion could be the fear of not preparing it well. Emotions could be the overwhelmed. What should I prepare? There are a lot of things. So emotions could be the impatience. I want to do it, but I am in hurry of something else. I have a lot of other things to do. So there are a lot of emotions underneath that worriness. So my body is giving me the signal. My body, 95%, is telling me you are not prepared because you have a fear. So you need to address that fear so that you can be prepared it well. The person who is very confident. Why? Because he is totally prepared, plus he's got no fear. And the reason, because he's been doing the rehearsal, he's been working on that topic. That's why that person is confident. So emotional intelligence is related with personal development. If I don't know my emotions, those emotions, I am hiding my emotions from the people, the main emotions, the big emotions. So those emotions could get out in a very bad situation. Sometimes happens, I go into that crowd and I am in between the people, and then suddenly I feel anxiety. So what happens? Because I didn't address this anxiety emotion before, that's why it triggered. It happens with me in my school days when I was only 12 years old, I was afraid of my class fellow. So what happens? I went to my school after 20 years. When I entered into my school, I felt the same fear which I used to feel when I was 12 years old. You got my point? So the situations have that emotional climate. I went into that situation, suddenly my mind gave me the trigger. So something happened here, and you used to be afraid of this thing. So I am giving you the signal. You getting my point?
Yes.
So definitely for the personal development means I must know my fears. I must know my good points. I must know my depression points. I must know my excitement points. I must know how do I motivate myself? How do I motivate in different things? So yes, it has linked with a deep link with the emotional intelligence. If my emotions are improved, I know my emotions, so my life could be improved.
Sabahuddin, thank you. You put it in a very clear way. So for everybody, for all of our viewers to understand what is the connection actually and why we have to pay attention when we are saying emotional intelligence. And we know that this is very strictly correlates with personal development. So let's now talk about when we're having this self-analysis of ourselves, we're coming at all this transactional self-analysis, we're coming to three states of ego. It is the adult, the parent, and the child ego of ourselves. How the awareness, let's say Roxani is aware of her child part of herself, of her adult part of herself, and of her parent a part of yourself, how this awareness will help me in personal development and emotional.
Okay, you asked me the question. I have three parts. Like I have a child part, I have a parent part, and what was the third adult part?
And
right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The adult, exactly.
Only way. Again, my mind 95% is autopilot. I will be repeating all those things 95%, all those things from my past all the time, right? Until I have awareness to change it. So, you want to have awareness of when I am child, when I'm adult, and when I am in the parent mode. I start from somewhere, from very small step, right? I write it down for, right now, if I want to start it, I write it down. What is my role as a parent, as a child, and as an adult? And I have some analysis. What have I been doing? What are my good points? What are my improvement points? I don't say the bad points. I say improvement points. So once I know this is my good points, these are my improvement points, and this day is over. After 3 days, again I will come down and again have some analysis, so that part of the thing goes into my 95%, into my mind. Once it goes into the 95% by rehearsal, only the short-term memory, conscious mind is short-term memory, and the long-term memory is a 95%. Only data can transfer from conscious memory to long-term memory through rehearsal. If I do all those things again and again, it transfers into the autopilot. Once it goes into autopilot, it will become automatic. So why does it, what happens when it goes to the autopilot? It means when it goes to from conscious mind to the autopilot, it has connection with the emotions. When we have connection, something, I have a thought, I want to become an emotional intelligent person. This is a thought, simple thought. Yes. I want to put it into my autopilot, so I have to add some emotions in it. Right? Once that emotions are added, it can become my autopilot part easily within 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. If there is no emotion, it won't happen. So my question is, you said, how can I differentiate, or I can be aware of more about adult part, child part, and parent part? So my question is, why do you want to do it? And you said, I want to do it because I will feel. You will talk to me in feelings. I will feel excited. I will feel like achievement. I have done something. I will feel like happiness. So those feelings will be attached to this idea, and then this idea can be helpful, and it can increase your awareness very well.
Ah, I see. I like this part. It's very new, good advice for the viewers and then for me also and for myself, that to make it, to break it into small thoughts, into small positive thoughts and ideas, and every 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, it depending on each person, to write them this positive improvement statements, let's say, and as you said, we have this all to embrace with emotion. The emotion, it will be excitement, it will be something that thrilled for the future, something motivational enthusiasm, or love, a spiritual something journey. So if you married, let's say you marry the thought with the emotion together, then slowly, with repetition, with rehearsal, you will achieve to go back to your subconscious autopilot mind, and then this will come active without even noticing, like that. Very easy.
And emotions are very helpful in this situation. For example, you can attach some emotional name with your goal. Like, you will be more satisfied if you have more awareness about yourself, and you can implement whatever you want. So must have one goal. I want to achieve this as a child. I want to achieve this as an adult. I want to achieve this as a parent, right? So what do you want to achieve as a parent? You will give me the answer. Why do you want to achieve it? You will give me the answer in feelings. I will be more satisfied. I will be more happy. I will be more valued. I will be more relaxed. I will be more accomplished. I will be more optimistic. I will be more surprised, fearless. I will be more energized. So you add once, how does it feel when I say how an energy,
Yes.
it gives me some grunt, give me some signal inside my body, energy. Yes. How does it feel when I say achievement? It gives me some signals inside my body. You understand my point?
Yes.
Once you clear why do you want it with the help of emotions, I want it because I will be feeling more relaxed. So this is relaxed thing gives you the energy and gives you the signal to the mind, and relaxed chemical will be produced from the mind, and it will enter into your body and you will be relaxed.
Yes.
That is the point. Yeah.
Yes,
so feelings must be attached with every goal. How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel? And name of the feeling. That's why it is called emotional intelligence, emotions. So if it's not, one thing I want to tell here, emotions are not negative, either not negative or not positive. Emotions are data from inside my body. Emotions are not negative or positive. Emotions are only data. Even I am feeling depressed. This is not negative thing. This is something happening inside my body, and I'm getting the message. Why am I depressed? Okay, what is happening inside my body? What is the reason? Who is causing it? The people, the event, my thoughts even? So this is the case. I hope I have explained it well.
Because you are explaining very entirely easy for the people, for the viewers to understand and to embrace emotional, and to start to taking small steps in order to increase their self-awareness by being aware of their own emotions, of course, in any time.